This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Victory Monday. It is your boy, Stephen D. I'm super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. It's been a minute. What's up? It's FedEx Takeover week. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing, just so y'all know. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Want to say good morning to all my Finlaws, my family out there. How y'all doing? What's going on? I want to say hello to the people in the chat this morning. Trucker Sean was the first person in here this morning. Shout out to Trucker Sean. He was the first person in the chat. Shout out to you, my guy. Get an early morning horn just for you. Raul Parada, Canes 1989, Daniel Taylor, Charles Hilton, Adam Sadowski, Taz 88, Corey Walker, Cruz Ruiz. What else? And Trucker Sean. Cruz, don't worry about when the schedule will get steady. Okay? Don't you worry about it, Cruz. Okay? For those of you who don't know who I am Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. You guys can follow me there. Okay? Make sure you follow me at Stephen D SKPL. I'm not playing with y'all. Okay? Go do it now. Get to the chopper now. Seriously. Make it happen. Okay? What are you waiting on? You haven't done it yet? Go do it. You can also follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on X or Twitter or whatever you kids call it nowadays, at MIA Sports Music. Also, hey, on your way in today, make sure you hit the like button. No, seriously, make sure you hit the like button. It's a thing. Because if you don't, I'm going to come. I will find you. I will hunt you down. And I will kill you. No, I don't mean that. That was my Liam Neeson voice from Taken. Wherever you are, I will find you. I will hunt you down. And I will make you hit that like button. Okay? You heard me? I'm not playing with y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. All right? Seriously. Yes. Batman says no audio. Cruz says we hear him clearly. Batman, it sounds like you, sir, have something going on with your stuff today. Okay? Get it together, Batman. Got me in the chat looking crazy. Okay? We can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Okay. I'm texting people all at the same time. Yeah, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm not playing with y'all. What else? If you want to sign up to become a new member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. We'd love to see it. And if you haven't done so, what are you waiting on? We need to get new members to the channel. All right, make sure you do it. Let's see here. Let's see. Lewis says hello. Lewis, that's Cap. You're Cap, Lewis. Solo got interviewed by Hard Knocks, and I was right behind him. Hope it makes it. Oh, bro. Word? Don't let that happen. Don't let Solo D go on Hard Knocks. Don't let that happen. Trucker Sean, you were there. Was it crazy? Was it absolutely crazy? I'd love to see it. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. And then after you watch Hard Knocks, you come right here and I'll do the post show. I can't say post game show. I guess it's the post Hard Knocks show. That's right. So make it happen. Anyways, what else we got this morning? John, good morning, John. Fins up, brother. First place, 2.5 game lead. I know. It's beautiful. If you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's a couple different ways you can go about it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat, or you can also use Cash App or PayPal. Okay. Either one is fine. Either 3 is fine. If you want to use Cash App or PayPal, it's $ MSM Podcast Network. You use the QR code that's right on your screen, or MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code right on your screen. Okay, if you haven't done that, what are you waiting on? Also, hey, look, if you want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the show, Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Crapple or Android devices. Make sure you do it. Download the app. It's awesome. If you're going to go, look, got to remember this week, it's the FedEx Takeover. Saturday night, we are going to be in Washington, D.C. at the Admiral at DuPont Circle. At 1 DuPont Circle is the address, actually. At the Admiral, it's going to be an awesome event, and I'm super stoked about it, and you should be too, because it's going to be a good time. Good time. Also, hey, look, if you want to get the tailgate tickets, make sure you go to tailgreeter.com too. We still have all-inclusive eat and drink tailgate stuff. And then we also have a bus pass. We still got like less than 30 slots left for the bus. If you want to get on the bus to and from the tailgate, go get your tailgate passes. The pickup and drop-off location will be Hampton Inn, DC White House. That is where the hotel is at for us. We don't have any more group rates available. I will let you know that we still do have, some other paths. There's still some group rates on booking. So if you go to Hampton Inn, DC White House, there's still some group rates on booking if you guys want to go. So that's it. It's Victory Monday. Man, I'm stoked. I don't know about y'all, but I am definitely stoked. We got a lot going on. Let me kind of give you, my thoughts and feelings about the game. And by the way, this morning I'm going to have several special guests show up. The touchdown with Doug Smith is going to come on for about 15 minutes. Jason Sarney is going to come on for about 15 minutes. Lewis from the Fins Tailgate, he's going to come on for a little bit. I'm hoping to get El Capitan on from the Fins Tailgate on for a little bit. And then I'm also going to have you, the fans, come on as well and hang out and talk. So I got some special guests lined up to give their takes on what they think because I want to get everybody's feel of how they feel about the Dolphins right now. Dolphins win 34-13 on Black Friday. We didn't do a wrap-up show or a post-game show because we wanted to do Victory Monday like we do all the time. Why change it when it works? When it works, great. And so, look, here's a couple of my opinions from the game. Number one, we won, which I'm very happy about, right? And it depends on how you kind of look at the game from your standpoint. For me, it was a very positive outlook because we took care of business when we needed to take care of business. Everybody says, well, you can't, you can only play who's in front of you. And the Dolphins did that. Dolphins played who was in front of them. For me, the Miami Dolphins are doing everything in their power to be the best team that they can be. They are making mistakes in certain areas, but those are fixed during the regular season. And that's what we're doing right now. So by the time we get to those late games in December and those playoff games in January, we're going to be ready for it because we'll have fine-tuned all those little things. Tua throwing those 2 picks at the end of the first half, I'd rather him doing now against the Jets than in the playoffs, right? And he needs to fix that. He knows that. But he still, led the team down the field for a couple of scores in the second half, and you can't be mad at that, right? He took care of business when he needed to take care of business. And the defense has been playing lights out. I mean, just lights out. I'll be real. I think that we got a top 5 defense today. That's how good our defense is. I know some people in the chat are saying 5 turnovers in the last 2 games isn't showing improvement and showing regression. I would beg to differ. You got to, look, New York's defense was nothing to push over. All right. Let's be real about it. They were New York was one of the best defenses in the NFL for a reason. And we still put up 34 points. And if you want to say, well, we had a pick 6 in one of them, that's fine too. That's still, 26 27 points, whatever it is. Do that new math. Against a team that wasn't allowing a lot of points recently. So you can say what you want. The defense is, and everybody, and Bill's fake crowd noise says our defense is in top 5 without Phillips. Phillips' loss is going to hurt. Don't get it twisted. Not saying that it's not, but we still have Emmanuel Ogbah. It's not like he's being replaced by a slouch. He's being replaced by one of the best in the business. And look, he was having a career year, but I think anytime Ogbah gets into the game, he still shows out. And now he's just going to get more opportunities to do that. So that's kind of where I'm at. For me, it's first, we have a 2.5. Let me tell you something. If I told all Dolphins fans at the beginning of the year, I said, you know what? After Black Friday game, the Dolphins are going to be 8-3. They're going to be in first place, 2.5 games up. And Tua is going to have over 20 touchdowns and over 3,000 passing yards. And Raheem Mostert's going to lead the league in touchdowns and yards. Every single Miami Dolphins fan, and our defense is on pace to break their single season sack record as a total for defense. Every single Miami Dolphins fan would have raised their hand and said, yep, I'm good. Let's go. Sign me up. Nobody would have not raised their hand to that. You cannot be upset about the Dolphins right now. They're playing good football. Are they playing great football? Not to their level. They can play better. Nobody's sitting up here denying that. And by the way, thank you, Andrevius, and Tua completely healthy. Knock on wood. Okay. So you can't be mad. Yes, Pete's take. I understand that the Dolphins were 8-3 last year, but the schedule's definitely in our favor now, better than it was last year. And even with that being said, I still think we're one of the best teams in the AFC. You and I both know. And by the way, I don't want to hear the Dolphins haven't beat a team over 500. They beat the Broncos, and the Broncos are over 500 now. So shut that you-know-what up. And by the way, yes, Kevin Lee, don't forget about Tyreek Hill, 1325. He's on pace for 2K. He's on pace for 2K. The Miami Dolphins, you almost couldn't have asked for a better start to the season. And if you're upset about, or if you feel pessimistic about where the Dolphins are at, I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I do. There's no reason for fans to feel pessimistic. Can you look? Does Tua need to play a little bit better? Of course he does. But let's be real. The Dolphins still put up 34 points against one of the top defenses in the NFL. Sign me up. Thank you. Now, their offense is inept. It's trash. It's trash upon trash upon trash. But the defense ain't trash. And you know that. You know that. Daniel Taylor, the Miami Dolphins came to New York, kicked the Jets, and then took over their stadium. It was awesome. It was awesome. Shout out to the MetLife Takeover crew, Dolphins NYC. They did their thing. They definitely did their thing, and it was awesome. Look, a couple of other things too that I think needs to be said. By the way, if you guys, I had a guy, Steven Rodriguez, good guy. He's got 2 tickets for sale for the FedEx Takeover. So if you're interested in coming and you want to buy Steven's tickets instead of getting them through us at Tailgreeter, hit up Steven. They're legit. He's a good guy. Go hit up Steven. He's a good guy. I will tell you that for me, the Dolphins at the end of the day are in a very good position. I said 2 weeks ago, I said Miami's going to win the next 5. And I'm very confident about it. And I still am. I still stand by that statement. And it's not hard to stand by that statement, right? Next week, we got Washington. They ain't looking great. Now, they got Sam Howell. The defense, again, is going to have to – the defense is going to go up against a strong quarterback. Let's be real. Sam Howell's – he ain't no slouch. That dude's good. The team is not good. Sam's okay. Let Sam get a by the way, side note, that Washington Commanders team, if they get, some good coaching, and stuff in there, that they could be interesting to see what that team does moving forward. Just want to throw that out there. But I truly believe that in 3 weeks we'll be 11-3 and we'll have already wrapped up the AFC East. By the way, side note, beautiful game last night, Buffalo and Philly. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Buffalo losing the way that they lost made me happy. The Patriots losing the way that they lost made me happy. Seeing those poverty franchises, yes, I said poverty franchises, lose the way that they did. Oh, love it. Love it. Super, super stoked about seeing those teams at the bottom of the AFC East. Just want to throw that out there. Artful Dodger, I agree with you. The Commanders' offense would be pretty good if they had an O-line. The defense is abysmal since they traded away DJ Sweat and Chase Young. Well, 100%. 100% offer Dodger. And then, it's funny because Ron Rivera is going to be the scapegoat for him and end up getting axed at the end of the year, and it's not his fault. 100% anyway. I don't think it's 100% on him. Another side note, breaking news this morning, David Tepper, owner of the poverty franchise Carolina Panthers, fired head coach Frank Reich this morning. My man didn't even get a full season before getting the axe. Didn't even get a full season before giving the axe to him. I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting. The Panthers believe they are trying to help Bryce Young. A reminder what they gave up to get him. DJ Moore, a first-round pick in 2023, a second-round pick in 2023, a first-round pick in 2024, currently the number 1 overall pick, and a second-round pick in 2025. Panthers received number 1 pick last year, Bryce Young. I get it. It's not a good look, but my man didn't even get a full year. Come on. Isn't Tepper, the owner, the one who demanded Bryce Young? Like demanded? You're right, offer Dodger. 100% he did. 100% he did. B. McD said if Ron was already our head coach, he'd already be gone. I see. You're right. Stephen, you do realize if we don't win a playoff game either this year or next year, things will not be good in Miami. I'm just saying, bro. All right. Canes 1989. First of all, you're my main man. Love you. Good guy. This is the problem I have with some of you Dolphins fans. Stop being pessimistic. Get a little hopium in your life. All right. I'm your local hopium dealer. I'm here to slang it for you. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, take a high dosage of it. The Dolphins are 8-3 and 2.5 games up in the division. And we haven't even hit December yet. And it's not like we only have 2 more away games in the last 6 weeks. We play 4 out of our 6 games at home. We're one of the best teams in the NFL at home. How can you not be excited about the future of the Dolphins? And by the way, the future's here. It's now. It's right here. Enjoy the moment. That's what I want for you Dolphins fans. If I had one wish, yes, my Ray J fans know where I'm at with it. Anyways, what I'm saying is, if I had one wish for Dolphins fans, it would 100% to be to enjoy the moment. Enjoy it. We're going to be fine. We have everything we need to do to win. Am I saying that we're going to win the Super Bowl? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we have everything we need to win the Super Bowl. And that we need to enjoy this moment because it's real right now. It's so real. Riding Wave says, is Tehran really done for the season? Not that I'm aware of. Here's what I know about Tehran. They're going to take him day by day. No reason to rush him back over the next 3 weeks. Let Kendall Lamb play. I mean, just let him chill. Is he what I wanted to be? No. But at this point, I'm not 100% upset at it either because it's like, okay, well, you know, obviously Butch Berry did something to those other players. Stephen D. Dolphins fans walking into work today with their team 8-3 and their grip on the AFC East lead even tighter because the Bills, Jets, and Patriots all lost this weekend. Like hashtag fins up. Thank you, Daniel. I agree. Steven, I am enjoying it. I just don't want to get too excited just yet because last time I did, I got disappointed, just being honest, bro. Okay. As a fan, Dolphins fans have been disappointed for years. For years. I understand that thought, that mentality, Canes 1989. Let me tell you, the hopium dealer's in, and I'm giving you a couple bags of hopium to let you know to get excited. To get excited. This is exciting. We have a top-tier defense, an offense that if they could just find a way to make it work for 4 quarters, and they've done it before, they did it this year a couple times. At the light switch, they can turn it on, and that's wrap. That's game, set, chess, match, whatever you want to call it. It's Natasha says, not Tisha. I want to say your name right, Tesha. Give me the phonetic saying of your name so I make sure I don't butcher it, okay? Let him chill. We paying him way too much money to always be injured for try. All right, here's my thing. But he is, and we know what we were getting with Tehran when we signed him. 10 to 11 games every year. We're not even getting that from him this year. But at the end of the day, I don't need him in the regular season. I need him in the postseason. And we're going to win. We're going to win the next 3 games, guaranteed. Don't need him to play the next 3 weeks. Let him sit on the bench, get good. I just need him for a good 7-week stretch. Give me the last 3 games. I need the last 7 to 8 games, including the Super Bowl. It's nay, Steven. All right, nay. I got it, Lewis. I got it. Just say nay. All right, nay. I still want the phonetic saying. I want to try it. Because Andrevius knows that I can say names correctly. Right, Andrevius? Steven, someone wrench need to be taken. I don't know what's going on. But anyways. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, CLOCKBLOCKERS. 134 of y'all in the building. Only 44 likes. Hit the like button. Hit it. Tap it. Come on. Hit the like button. Here's another thing that I think we need to be conscientious about as a fan base. You can't even say Tua's last name right. Tua Tagovailoa, Artful Dodger. I am hurt. Okay, you're coming at me with that. I can't. Better stop it. Artful Dodger. Dallas and Baltimore will expose this. See, Miami Kid J. Why? Why are the haters out here still? And so Miami Kid J, when we beat Dallas, and even if we don't beat Baltimore, but we play well, I'm not saying we're going to beat Baltimore. I'm not saying that we can't either. Dade County Wop says, that's cap. You can't pronounce words, Stephen. I can. What we're not going to do is talk about my edumacation. Okay? What we're not going to do. Stop, Stephen. It's all hope. Seeing is believing, period. And please don't guarantee. We all know what happens when you do. LOL. I'm right. I guaranteed the next 5 games. We're 2 weeks in. We're 2-0. Stephen, bring up Andrevius to teach you how to say to his name. Look, all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is why aren't you more excited about this? Stop it. Stop it. Enjoy. As a fan base, if you can't, look, I get it. I am more hurt by losses than I am more excited about wins. I 100% understand that. Tisha. Somebody important said. Tisha. Okay, see, that's all I needed. Anyways. Dude, Steven, you guaranteed we'd beat Kansas City. Mike, we lost because of 2 reasons we really lost that game. Actually, 3. Tyreek dropped a pass. Tyreek fumbled. And yes, I'm blaming Tyreek, but I'm not at the same time. Like Tyreek's going Tyreek. I can live with that. I ain't mad at the man. Right? We're talking about like things that rarely ever happen. And a miscommunication of epic proportions on that final drive in those final 4 plays. Okay? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I get it. I understand, but we didn't. Yes. We had everything we need to win that game. We just didn't close the deal. But we were good enough to win. You can't tell me we weren't. We were. You learn from your losses in the regular season to prepare you for the playoffs. I understand, Miami Dolphins fans, that we're not used to being, and 2 years in a row, we've been 8-3. 2 years. Guys, this team is on the right track. Say it with me. Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa. I did it, Andrevius. Where's my applause? Give myself an applause. Okay, anyways. Scoring-wise, our offense is regressing, not progressing. You're correct in the standpoint of they are better than what they have been producing over the last few games. They have more to offer. I promise y'all on everything that this team that showed up against Denver, the first time he's ever said it correctly. Now let's work on pessimistic and not pessimistic. Pessimistic. You're killing me, Alfred Dodger. Artful Dodger. Took you 4 years to get the man's name right. God, man, y'all. Hey, you know, I had a conversation the other night. I said, I think this fan base enjoys losing more than they do winning. They take it better. Y'all don't know how to. Yeah, that's the thing. Dolphins fans don't know how to act when we win because we haven't been there. You know how they say when you're in the end zone, act like you've been there before when you score a touchdown? We haven't been there. I get it. I understand that. Guys, I'm trying to teach you how you act when you are in first place 2.5 games up. You say it with your chest. You walk into work with your head held high and you say, what? What? Who's got something to say about my Dolphins? Who's got something to say about them Dolphins? Nobody. Stop it. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy this. This is rare. And this is beautiful. And here's the best part about it. We can be better. And that should excite you more. That shouldn't make you feel, oh my God, we've been regressing because Tua did this and the fumbles and stop it. Just stop it. We're gonna be fine. We're going to be. Do you hear me? The Dolphins are gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We are getting healthy, Tay. TT. Is it TT or Tay? See, I already forgot. Nay. Watch me whip and watch me nay. Okay? I'm telling you. Just chill. Everybody just chill. Okay? Stephen D, this fan base is more loyal to losing. Reason they hold on to a first-year plays and last coaching regime. J.R. Black, you might be onto something. And it's funny, Viper, Cater's having a good season. Here's the thing. At the beginning of the year, in the first 6 or 7 weeks, people were saying that this defense wasn't good and that Cater wasn't as good as he was last year and blah, 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 blah. The moment my man Jalen Ramsey came back, I mean, it's been lights out. Lights out. Did we lose a game? Yes. In Germany against Kansas City by a touchdown. Negative outlooks equals more views. I get it. I understand. First time we had a healthy QB1 down the stretch. Enjoy it. I know. And Calais Campbell ain't in the league no more, so we ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing. And it doesn't matter about the Buffalo game because we'll have clinched our division and hopefully the 1 seed by that point or whatever seed we're going to be in. And then we're just going to let Mike White play in that Buffalo Bills game. We don't even have to worry about Tua in week 18. 8-3 is nice, but have you at least beat one good team? That's not too much. Denver's the hottest team in the NFL, and we beat them. We killed them, actually. As a matter of fact, we played our best offensive game against the hottest team in the NFL right now. What more? Like, seriously, what do you guys want? Well, we ain't got to worry about him, Greg. We ain't got to worry about Calais, okay? Stop it. He's over there in Atlanta. We don't play Atlanta. Atlanta ain't doing nothing. Y'all kill me. Some of y'all kill me. Some of y'all. We're 2.5. Do y'all realize we're 2.5 games up in the division? We're not 1. We're not 2. We're 2.5. And if we win on Sunday, we're going to be 3. Next Sunday, the Dolphins at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be 3 games up in the division going into the final 5 weeks, cuz. Oh, and by the way, the following week, we get to play the Titans and the Bills get to play the Chiefs. Oh, yeah. Put that in your coffee and stir it. And I'm telling you all right now, at that point, we got it. We clinched. Stop it. Because if you think that the Bills are not going to lose at least one more game after the Chiefs game, y'all are crazy. So at that point, we got it. We got it. Level 2 nude. I'm gone for a month and y'all still crying? Come get me next month. Level 2 noob! We missed you, buddy. Come on, man. It's the same old Dolphins fans sometimes. It's 3. The half is only for tiebreaker reasons. Don't let them close the gap in a half game is pointless. You're right. I agree. 3 games. Let's go. Be honest in the chat. Who picked the Jets to beat us? I know I saw a bunch of you last week predicting that. Have some integrity and come forward. The Denver Broncos have a better record than the Buffalo Bills now. Level 2 newbie were definitely missed. No doubt about that. Jets are a poverty franchise. The players union should take it. Hey, let me say this. It is a travesty, that field at MetLife. Travesty. The NFL Players Association should be pounding on the table saying we are not going to play a game at MetLife anymore until you fix that field. There have been, in the last 5 years, 15 Achilles injuries on that field alone. Stop with this turf outdoors. It's not needed. You are ruining players' careers and teams' runs because of turf on outdoor fields. Get rid of it. And the fact that the NFL Players Association hasn't demanded it is insane to me. 15 Achilles injuries in 5 years there. Stop it. Stop it. That's entirely way too much. 15. And by the way, there's been other injuries that aren't just Achilles because of that field. That is a horrible field. Horrible. Sorry, I got people texting me. All right. All right. I got to respond to people. Anyways. Weird how no one cared about the turf until a Dolphins player got injured. No, we have cared about it. It's just to lose a player of that magnitude for nothing other than that field is trash is stupid. He's stupid. And it needs to change. It needs to change, because if they don't, I don't like, there's going to be more. There's going to be more. They need to change it. It's ridiculous. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Victory Monday. Over 40 of y'all watching right now. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Only 57 likes. If you want to donate to the channel, you like this content, donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. I dropped the link in there for you guys. And I'm going to bring you all on one at a time. Y'all, I want to hear from you. I want to know what your thoughts are of the team and the game and where you see everything. So I dropped the link, bring you on one at a time. In the meantime, I do have special guests that are going to be coming on here and there. So obviously when they get in the back room, I'm going to bring them on. But I definitely want to hear from you. Miami Kid J with his $2 donation says, are you picking them against Dallas and Baltimore? So Miami Kid J, here's my honest feeling about the Dolphins in those two games. I want to see how the next 3 games play out before I give my honest prediction of those. I think we can beat both teams, and I'll be but I also understand that both teams present their own variables and struggles in beating them. So let me see how the next 3 weeks play out. And if the Dolphins can find a way to clean up some of the mistakes that they've made over the last couple of weeks, and the defense keeps getting better and better and better, then yeah. I mean, look, we know what Dak Prescott does against good defenses. He sometimes can't overcome that, right? And as far as Baltimore is concerned, I mean, look, they're definitely going to be wanting us, right? Like, they're going to want us. But I watched that Chargers game last night. It's not like they played great. Their defense did. Let's not get that twisted. But we could, like, we've won in Baltimore before. We've been down big. So I think that we can definitely beat up both those teams. Am I confident in saying that we're going to get W's? No, I'm not, and I can admit that. But let me see how we are in the next 3 games. If the Dolphins end up going 3-0 in the next 3, and I'm correct in my prediction of 5-0, and they average over 30 points per game and over 400 yards, and Tua gets a couple touchdowns in each game, then yeah, I'm going to feel like, okay, look, we're on a roll, we're doing good. Let's make it happen. I'm ready to give everything. But after the game I saw last night, Ravens are beatable, and Cowboys are always beatable. They're the Cowboys. Let's be honest. But yeah, and I'll tell you, if the Dolphins end up beating Dallas and then Baltimore, they're the best team in the NFL, without a doubt, and it's not even close. Yeah, 100%. If the Dolphins end up beating Dallas and then Baltimore, I'm telling you all on everything, the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL. And I'm starting to feel like that now 3 weeks before those 2 games. We just need to clean up things. We need to get better in certain places. We can do that. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Thank you for the $2 donation, Miami Kid J. Let me bring on the first caller. Greg, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Steven? What a great weekend it was. I had a lot of turkey. Then the Dolphins beat the Jets bad. And then Michigan and Jim Harbaugh show crying Ryan and crying Ohio State that we don't need singles to beat those bums. And anyway, Michigan owns the state of Ohio. Anyway, let's not talk about that. The Dolphins run this division, and it's their division to lose. All we got to do is win the next 3 games, and the Bills just got to lose one of the next 2, and we can clinch this division by Christmas, and then we can worry about the 1 seed.
Well, a couple things. Let me just tell you, my Thanksgiving was wonderful. I know Kane's in 1989 asked me about that earlier. So I had a great Thanksgiving. I'll even share a photo with you all a little bit later. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people over, a lot of food. We still got leftovers. By the way, side note, question: how good are leftovers good for on things? Like, what is acceptable leftovers? How long for Thanksgiving?
I had a turkey sandwich on Saturday. It's Thursday. I think leftovers are pretty great. Steven, did I lose you?
No. You didn't. My phone is blowing up for this week. This week's gonna be crazy for me.
I know.
So yeah. So the other thing, as far as Michigan beating Ohio State, bro, let me tell you. I watched Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports, their watch party for that across the street. It was great. It was really good. And the last thing, the Dolphins are in first place, baby. And life is always better when that happens, right? And not only are we in first place, we got a really daggone good cushion. So it's great. It's a good time to be a Dolphins fan right now.
We put, no one can say anything now, Steven. We put 70 points on a winning team.
That's right. We put 70 points on a winning team. Thank you for pointing that out. You have made you sir are correct in that statement. Correct. DDG says if you go 4 days after you made it too much food, 4 to 5 days. Cesar Diaz says 3 days. Nene says until it's gone, food ain't cheap. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie about that. Frank the Tank was at the Takeover. Trucker Strong said, "Yeah, I know. I saw. I'm hoping he comes to the DC for the FedEx Takeover, but I don't know. We'll see. But it'll be good nonetheless. Dolphins now have a 99% chance to make the playoffs, 92% to win the division per New York Times. Let's go.
Great.
99% chance to make the playoffs, 92% chance to win the division. I'll take that. I'm good with that. And if you're not excited about that, check your pulse. Greg thinks Skylar Thompson is the best quarterback on this roster. His opinions are invalid. Level 2 noob said.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about because Skylar hasn't even played. Skylar's a bum in my book. He got the Samoan sniper, and he's out here killing people. He's just daggering them, throwing the ball, and Tyreek's running it. Skyler can't do that.
I'm just gonna be quiet and let Greg cook. Go ahead, Greg. Keep on cooking.
MVP. Uno.
MVP. Hey, man, I'm with you there. Hey, Greg, anything else before I let you go, buddy?
Oh, shit. I had something, and now I forgot it. Let's see if it comes back to me.
Swear jar, by the way.
Oh, no. No, that's pretty much it. I just forgot what I was going to say for my outro.
What? Hey, CM Punk came back.
I know. I saw that. It was crazy.
I know.
I saw rumors about it, and then I didn't expect them to come back. And then
they went crazy, bro. That place.
Oh, my jaw dropped. My jaw dropped, and it was crazy. I can't wait. I'm excited for
WrestleMania is going to be a vibe this year. Just
I don't know.
I'm not even a big wrestling fan, and I'm like, maybe I need to get back into it. So
yeah, I mean, did you see Seth Rollins?
He's ready. He wants all the smoke.
He was like he was like the Bills fans because CM Punk was like Tua, and then the Bills fans are like Seth Rollins because they know we're going to win that AFC.
I like it, Greg. All right, brother. I love you, man. Be good.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. You guys in the link is pinned to the top of the page. Would love to see more people come on into the back room here. Got plenty of room for you. It is Victory Monday. I want to hear from you, the fans. This is a show that is made by a fan for the fans. Bringing on the next caller, my man. He is the man, too. Batman 2423 in the building. What's up, Batman? You're on mute, buddy.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, everybody.
Good
How's
morning.
everybody doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Hey, Stephen, I'm excited. Listen, like I said, the win came out of price, right? We lost Phillips. You know, hopefully we get, like McDaniel said in his presser, guys like Van Ginkel and Agba can step up and fulfill, the void. I think we'll be okay. The Armstead news was news to me. I saw it late last night, and I did not see that coming. I understand we got Kendall Lamb, but we just have so many injuries on that O-line. Now, that being said, I came for one reason and one reason only. I'm addressing Lewis, Andravius, Crypto, Jake from State Farm, which is Rashad. All the guys that said Christian Wilkins wasn't going to get no 10 sacks were 3.5 sacks. I want to know where they're at. We're paying that man, Steven. We paying that man. For 1,000%, we paying that man. I want to know what they got to say.
I mean, look, he definitely has earned the paycheck, right? He's earned it. This year he definitely has. With the Dolphins have a lot of questions to answer at when the season is finally over.
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
But that is for future Dolphin fan to worry about. What we got going on right now is a squad that is ready to take on whoever's in front of them. And I'll tell you, defense for me, I mean, it's playing like a top 5 defense in the NFL.
Oh, my God. Steven, when Javon Holland got the interception.
Finn Sasson with the $2 donation. See you in D.C., my man. Thank you, Finn Sasson. Love you, brother.
Shout out to Finn Sasson. When Javon Holland took that pick 6 to the house, man, I know a lot of people are comparing it to the miracle in Miami. But I'll say this, Steven, that was one of the best plays I've seen, man. The way Christian Wilkins was able to lay out those blocks.
I know it was good.
Woo!
Look, I mean, that was an unreal pick 6. You'll never see anything like that again. That's how rare that pick 6 was.
Beautiful blocking downfield, everything.
Yeah, look, and Javon Holland's got the speed, right? He's another speed guy. And I'm sure he was talking all about it in the locker room to all the guys. Guys, you got to get me in that 40-yard dash. I'll be in there too. Y'all saw me run. Man, Javon Holland is a dog. That man is a beast, and gotta love him.
He's a monster, man. He's a monster.
Hey, Lewis says, tell Batman I'm paying Liam over Wilkins.
Wow, Lewis is feeling salty, man. I know that every day that Christian Wilkins has a good game, Lewis's narrative is dead. He knows it. He knows it. And look, I don't blame him. He's my brother. I don't blame him.
Andrevius
hey,
says Batman don't realize it actually gets harder to get sacks with JP gone. I have to disagree with Andrevius on this statement. I'm to a certain extent because I feel like we're sleeping on Emmanuel Agba. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop sleeping on Agba. The man
we're sleeping on Fangio. That's what we're doing, Steven.
Yeah.
We're sleeping on Fangio. This man was able to give Van Ginkel a couple sacks at the beginning of the year. And this is the thing that got me mad, Steven. Because I'm a Tua guy. You know how everybody was like, oh, with the right coaching, somebody that believes in you could unlock a player. And we did that with Tua, with McDaniel. Unlocking Tua. Tua put him to work. Don't get me wrong. Tua put him to work. He got his body right. He got into training. He took care of his own, But at the same time, it helps when you got a coach that believes in you, that gives you the tools necessary to complete the job. You don't want to show up to the construction site without a hard hat and some tools. You get what I mean?
I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be real good to do. Andrevius says, I'm all the way asleep on Agba. Tell Agba to wake me up.
That being said, Steven, I was telling people, hey, Christian Wilkins, new defense, new guy in the building with Fangio. He's going to get 10 sacks. 99.9% of this fan base said I was crazy. I said, that man's going to get 10 sacks. Well, he's well on. Hey,
you are crazy.
Listen, he's leading the team in sacks right now, Steven.
We are on pace as a team to break our single season sack record.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I think the last time we did this was in 2003?
I need y'all to realize that. Like, everybody in the first 6 weeks was talking about Fangio. People were saying, man, we could have left Boyer in for all this.
That was Lewis.
People were saying that at the top of their lungs.
That was Lewis.
And now we are on pace to beat our all-time single season sack record.
And hey, listen, and I know people, I don't care about the sacks. Well, apparently they do, because the reason.
And answer for your crimes against Liam. Answer for him.
What about Liam? What happened? What did I miss? He did his job. I'm supposed to congratulate him for doing his job.
I think every good game Eichenberg has, Batman's narrative is dying. Bonjos.
Listen, we're gonna be thankful of Liam for doing his job after 4 years. Come on, man. What are we doing?
I mean, facts. We definitely, we stuck with him for 4 years to get it there.
We had no choice. Political reasons, Political reasons,
You're not wrong, Batman. You are not wrong. Cruz says, tell Batman Liam got the highest grade on Friday, just so you know.
The highest grade of what? Chicken wings?
Chicken wings. Chicken wings.
Turkey? Did you get some fried turkey? Nah, but listen, I hope everybody had a, me and Shake Money, man. We love our saying, and we kept it going for about 8 months straight. I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, if you celebrate life, so you were able to hang out with your family, and you were able to enjoy that over the weekend, man. Shout out to everybody, man. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time. But yeah, man, everybody have a blessed day. Can't wait for the captain to start with Lewis and what he's gonna complain about today. But yeah, man, everybody have a beautiful day and fins up. Can't wait for a Commanders game. Hey, Steven, I was this close to going, man. The girlfriend was about to buy the tickets, the plane tickets, right, for us to go this weekend. We were gonna fly out Saturday morning because we both got Monday off.
Dude,
we were gonna go over there.
Why not?
I told her no. I told her no last minute because I was like, we want to take the kids to Washington, and they can't go because they started school today. So yeah, we're not.
Dude,
we're just
gonna
wait.
Stop. Get it. Come on over to the FedEx Takeover.
I wish, man. I wish. She. And then over the weekend, everybody was talking about how they're going to the game here in Miami. Like we went to the basketball. We went to go play basketball. Everybody at the park was like, "Yeah, we're gonna be there." I was like, "Damn." I regret it, but nah, it's too late, Steven. Tickets have skyrocketed when we were thinking about it. But shout out to y'all that you're gonna hold it down for the Dolphins.
It's gonna be a good time. Just as a reminder, Saturday night the Dolphin meet and greet is free. We're gonna be at the Admiral. I think we're gonna have a line out the door for this thing. I really do. Like it's going to be like this is going to be a fire thing to get in. Raffle by we're going to be doing raffle 50-50 raffle, limited Dolphin theme menu. DJ Sick Turtle is going to be in the building, special performance by the Honorable Solo D, and the event is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be fire. And then the tailgate is on Sunday, all-inclusive eat and drink. We got tailgate games, full service bar, live DJ. We're going to have a cigar lounge and much more. And then if you guys need a ride to and from the tailgate, at the Hampton Inn, DC White House is where we're staying. And if you go on booking.com, there's still availability at the Hampton Inn, DC White House, or if you go to hamptoninn.com, you can find availability still at the hotel, just not at our group rate.
That's a great deal, though. You can get a bus from the hotel, take you to the tailgate. You save money.
Save money.
Hey,
so
that's a great deal.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be it's going to be good times. I definitely want to see more people, and I would love for more people to come. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure y'all do that. And yeah, it's going to be good.
I just wanted to let everybody know. I got confirmation. Crypto is going to be in the building, and he told me he's going to be selling hot dogs outside of the
selling hot dogs.
Yeah, outside of the meet and greet. He told me. He said he was going to have a hot dog cart. He said he'll be out there. He told me.
He said we outside. We outside.
He said we outside. Nah, but fins up, Steven. Everybody have an amazing day, and yeah, hopefully we got some good news today from Dolphins, man. Fins up.
It should be good. All right, brother, be good. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Over 150 of y'all watching this morning. It is Victory Monday, and it is time for the fans to come on and talk. So I would love to see y'all come up here. It is a show made for the fans, by the fans. I want to get your take. What do you think about the victory over the New York Jets? What do you think about the current state of the team? And what is your outlook over the next few games? This is your show, and so we need to get some people out here. The link is pinned to the page. I just dropped the link again in the chat. Get up here. Want to hear from you. I got nobody in the back room, and I got a couple people coming on. Doug Smith from the Touchdown with Doug Smith is going to be on here in a little while. I'm supposed to have Lewis up here in a little bit. Jason Sarney is going to come on for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm hoping to have a few other special guests here and there drop in and say hello. So I am excited. Crypto says that's Cat Batman. LOL. I think the turnout for the at FedEx will be great. Miami Kid J, I think you are 100% correct. It's going to be an amazing tailgate, and I'm here for it. I'm stoked for it, actually. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Got a lot of work to do this week, though. Let me tell you, a lot of work. A lot of work. All right, if you guys have a question in the chat, I'll answer it. The Dolphins this week facing on the Washington Commanders. What do y'all think about this game? And I still want to hear about, your if you have thoughts about the Jets game or everything. Rome 77. We have to clean up the turnovers, but 8-3. Hashtag fins up. Daniel Taylor says. Yeah, let's see here. Frank Reich out in Carolina. Yeah, Greg, that news came down this morning. Please bring the problem, someone, please. Pete's Take says, hey, look, there's the line is clear. Anybody can come up here. Definitely want to hear from you. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, man. Definitely want to hear from you. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. I need someone to get Sanders some. I don't trust his leg for the win. Look, here's my thought about Jason Sanders. It is a very interesting. I like Jason. I like Jason a lot. But the special teams in general just has to be better. Just has to be. How Danny Crossman still has a job is beyond me. It is probably one of our biggest liabilities. It is probably one of our biggest liabilities. Daniel Taylor asked, how many people do you expect for the FedEx takeover? I can tell you exactly how many. So we have over 350 people signed up for the free RSVP on Friday night. I don't think 350 will probably be there. It'll probably end up, you can always say when you do RSVPs like that, a little over 2/3 show up, but still that's 250 people coming to that. So that's pretty dope. And maybe it is 350. I don't know. So 350 people RSVP'd for the Saturday night meet and greet, which is free, which if 350 people show up there, it's going to be fire. And then we have over 150 people for the tailgate. And so we're set to have an additional, like I'm prepared for 200. And if I need to do more, we can definitely do more. So but yeah, so I don't know. People are still buying. I'm excited about it. It'll probably be the biggest tailgate I've ever had. So yeah, it's going to be fire. And it's going to be great. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see how all this turns out. And it's going to be a vibe. I'll be at the game. I think it might rain. Shock. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, man. Last time we played at FedEx, Dolphin fans overwhelmed that stadium, just took a punt to the house that day on the opening kickoff, I think. It was either opening kickoff or opening halftime kickoff, one of the two. I'll have to see about it. But yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be fun. No doubt about it. And it was fun last time. You're right. That was like 8 years ago. It was really, really good. It is a beautiful day for us, them sticking the Jets. Yes, 100%. Steven, if you could draft any Canes player, who would it be in the draft? Their punter. Their punter's 10 times better than our punter, Jake Bailey. Yeah, I said it. Mark Newman says, man, it sucks about Phillips. It does. It does. But, we're handled. We're prepared for it from the standpoint of next man up, and the next man up is not a scrub. It's Emmanuel Agba. Steven, I wish you nothing but the best. You are a pillar of this Dolphins community. Fins up. Hey, man. Trying to make me cry this morning? Stop it, Cesar. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Expect the Miami Dolphins takeover if we do beat the Washington Commanders. Oh, it's already a takeover, bruh. It's already a takeover. It's already a takeover. I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. Let's see here. What else do we got here? Steven, one thing I love about your show is you actually care about the people's person's life, and that to me is big, bro. I appreciate that, Kane. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Here comes the Sue signing. Steven promised. Hey, look, I thought, let me tell you, I thought that was 100% going to happen, but he's been so big on social media. If you go to his TikTok and Instagram pages, him and his wife are like traveling the world, getting like millions of views on their TikToks and Instagram, and they're making a buttload of money from it. So I'll be real. I don't think there's incentive for him to come back unless he just wants to. I was confident I thought he would, but now I'm less because he's just been on social media all this time and it doesn't look like he's been traveling. He hasn't been working out from what it looks like. So maybe he's done. But I thought this would have been the time to come back and play with us. I 100% thought that. I just didn't see how big it would be. Just heard the Panthers named Jeff Saturday their interim head coach. No, not Jeff Saturday. It wasn't Jeff Saturday. It was somebody else. It wasn't Saturday. You're thinking the last time Frank Reich got fired and Jeff Saturday became the interim head coach of the Colts. Jesse Feltner says, should we sit Achane until the playoffs? No. Achane should play, but we should bring him back slowly over the next 3 weeks. If I can get him 5 to 10 carries this week in Washington, I'm going to do it. If I can get him 10 to 20 in the following week, I'm going to do it. If I get him 20 plus in the Jets game, I'm going to do it. That's kind of where I'm at with him. I want him back by Dallas, like full speed. I want him back full speed by Dallas. Daniel Taylor says, I thought that Ndamukong Suh signing with the Dolphins was a load of malarkey, but I'll believe it when I see it. Steven, do you think Tua fixes his turnover woes down the stretch? I have my doubts. All right, so here's my thought about Tua's turnover. Tua said the way that this offense of scheme is predicated, he's a spot thrower. So there's going to be interceptions. They're just going to happen. Have they increased over the last several games? Yes, right? And the turnovers have. My hope is that the production of the offense improves, even if the turnovers stay a thing. Do I think the turnovers are going to get worse? No. Do I think the turnovers can be improved upon? Yeah, like those final two those two interceptions, like they were like he has thrown some bad throws in the last few weeks. Ones that I've kind of scratched my head at, like, what are you doing? But then he'll go drive the ball down the field. And to me, I'm like, I can't get mad at that. I can't. He's doing what he needs to do to make sure that this team is in a position to win at the end of the game. And that's all I can ask for. And part of that is how good the defense is playing, right? But that's always a good thing. When you have the defense out there and there have been plenty of times over the last 20 years as Dolphins fans where we were like, man, if the defense could just bail this offense out, we'd be good. And now we have that. So I think that we're going to be fine. I think he fixes it ultimately by just being more improved in the production value of him. I don't think it gets worse. I'll tell you that. I don't think it gets worse. Steven, what was your favorite part of Thanksgiving this year, bro? It was definitely being with the family. Leonard is a liability. He's dealing with injuries. A-Chan got a seat right next to Armstead. Newfoundland says, boy, y'all are, woo. At least give credit to the defense. Did he even do that? Yeah. I don't know who you're talking about, but yes, everybody has. Yeah, those last two picks were on Tua. Should have never been thrown. Even McDaniel said it was all his fault. That's BS. That's on Tua. No, I 100% say that's on Tua. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just telling you that I think it's going to be fine. I just need him to clean it up over the next 3 weeks. And if he does that, I'm going to feel very confident about playing Dallas at home on Christmas Eve and playing Baltimore in Baltimore. I think we're going to be fine. But I need to see it over the next 3 weeks. That's kind of where I'm at with it. All right, let me bring on the next caller. My man, OG, triple OG. Chef Zhu's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Chef Zhu, I can't see your face, man. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
You under the weather? You sick?
No, just under the AC unit. Trying to stay warm.
Right now, you look like on the first 48 when they cover up people's identities on those shows, and you can't see. That's what
with the little right thing covering the face.
Yep. All you need is the voice changer, and you be good to go, Chef Zhu.
Yeah, we gotta do this and.
Mike Gillespie said, "Looks like Chef Zhu snitching." Yep, it does. 100%, Mike. I agree.
Oh man, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
It is kid friendly, Corey. Would love to see all. It is family friendly. My mama's gonna be there. Hey, check it out. A Saturday night, my mom, Solo D's mom, and Nick Needham's mom are all gonna be together. I'm pretty stoked about it.
Oh man, that's dang. I wish I could go with y'all. I have not been to a away Dolphins game yet, but hopefully I'll get to. Hopefully next year I'm able to go next year. So Hopefully.
It's gonna be a vibe in DC this weekend, Chef. That's all
I
I'm
believe
saying.
it. And I'm gonna see the videos and the pictures and everything. And I just want everybody to have a good time and enjoy themselves and just keep rooting for us. And that's basically what I want to see. So
Yeah, man, dude, that's where I'm at with it too. So all right, tell me what did you think about the win on Black Friday? Where are you at with that?
Tua got to start these turnovers. That's the thing that was getting on my nerves. Is like, dude, why is you consistently having these turnovers in the last few games he played? Like, what is it that you like? Why is you still trying to throw it to the Reek and Waddle? Is like you have other receivers out there and you keep trying to force stuff to happen. It's like, bro, you got other receivers. Stop trying to make something that don't need to be. You know, take your time and do your pre-snap reads. Have the opportunity to just take your time, man. Stop trying to rush. I understand he gets the ball out 2.4 seconds. I get it.
Yeah.
But make it where we trying to win. I mean, I'm happy because we beat the Jets, and people who know me.
But Chef, let me argue with you for a second. That's part of this offense. It's part of this offense, right? It's predicated about timing. And Tua's even said, hey, look, interceptions are going to happen because of this offense and the way that it's designed. Turnovers are going to be there. What you need and what we all need is the production value out of the offense. So let's take Friday's game, for example, right?
Okay.
We still put up without the 7 with the 34 that's 27, right? Am I doing that math right?
Yeah, 27. You're right. Without the Holland touchdown.
27 points that the offense put up. If I'll be real with you, I think that we can probably if we can put up 30 plus points every game, nobody should be complaining, even if there's turnovers, because then it goes on to the defense to be able to make sure that they can stop them. And they have shown that we can beat any team in the NFL by putting up 30 points and letting our defense do what they need to do. And most of these games will be fine with putting up 25 plus points and still letting the defense do what they do. We saw a 70-point game this year. So everybody in their minds are like, well, we need to be putting up 500 plus yards and all. What we did in the first several weeks. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying it was an anomaly. I'm just saying it was very extreme, right? And teams now have all this on film and are finding ways to play, but you still can't 100% stop it. We're still going to be productive. We're just not as productive as we were at the beginning of the year. And because of that, I think there needs to be some changes in how we execute some of the plays in the offense. So when the question was said to me in the chat earlier, Steven, do you feel confident about Dallas and Baltimore? I need to see the next 3 weeks and how they play out for the execution. Not we can do it. We clearly have the team to do it. It's just how is that going to play against a team like Dallas who can put up 30 or 40 or 50 points? And how is that going to be a team against Baltimore, who can look, they can put up points too, and their defense is solid. And same thing with Dallas. So I just need to see them be more fine-tuned on offense over the next 3 weeks. And if they do that, man, I don't see anybody beating them. I'm gonna be real. I don't see anybody the rest of the year.
I know injuries play a part in the game as well too. I understand that part. And we know everybody's talking trash about we need to let Armstead. I'm always got my Dolphin content everywhere, even Facebook and stuff. And I've been reading so much. They were saying, Armstead needs to let go. We can't deal with the injuries. We can't deal with how come Achan's not playing. Like, look, I'm with Achan. We don't need to rush him right now. We need to need him for the playoffs. That's one thing.
Yes.
Armstead, I agree with the same thing. They need to relax because his knees is only going to hold him up as long as they can. And we don't need the injuries right now, especially we don't have that much depth on the O-line and stuff like that. We definitely need to keep try to find a way to keep the chains moving and try to keep this ball rolling because we haven't seen this in the last 20-something years, man. Like, we've been Dolphin fans for some of us been for 30, some in 40, 50, And we never got that moment to actually feel this because we used to be in mediocrity and losing. And we don't want to see. I don't want to see Tua going backwards. I want to see him keep moving forward. Yes, you're right. The interceptions is a part of the game, and he is going to probably end up throwing because some teams are figuring this out little by little. But you got to find a way to come up with plays that's going to throw them off. Now,
you still
Jets
can't
week now. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
You still can't stop speed. Hey, Chef, let me real quick because I only got about 10 or 15 minutes for Doug. Let me just put you in the back, and then I'll bring you on after Doug. I just want to make sure I get him on, and then I'll bring you back on. So stay in the back.
All right, bro.
All right, special guest coming on from one of the best podcasts out there. Go to his channel, The Touchdown with Doug Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother from another mother, Mr. Doug Smith, is in the building.
What's going on, sir? How you doing today?
Touchdown, Doug.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
I got you for a short period of time. I want to get the most out of you. Let's start out, man. Thank you for coming on. What do you think about Friday's game? Let's start there. What did you think about Friday's game?
Man, even when there's sloppy moments, man, we bounce back quick. That's what happens when you have depth on your roster. I didn't like the pick 6 by Tua, man, but he still played a pretty good game. Besides the first half, I wasn't crazy about those 2 interceptions, but outside of that, I mean, we made it happen. We found a way to win, and hey, we won pretty good. And the defense stepped up. That Javon Holland pick 6, my goodness, I was kind of feeling down, like, man, we should be beating them by a lot more. But credit to the Jets. They do have a pretty good defense, and that's the one thing they have going for them is defense. We still
put up 395 yards of total offense.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert we ran the ball down their throat to have one of the best defensive. If I'm correct, there was a stat that said they hadn't allowed 100-yard rusher in a certain amount of games, a lot of games.
Yeah. And their defense is solid, man. Obviously, on offense, it's a nightmare for them, right? Quarterback situation. But
oh my God, Tim Boyle. Oh my God, how that man is in the NFL is beyond me. But
yeah, I would say any given Sunday, anything could happen, right? The worst team could beat the best team, but it's Tim Boyle as well, right?
I gotta call spade a spade.
Yeah, exactly, man. So
let me ask you the negative stuff. Where are you at with Tua and some of his picks? What are your thoughts about Tua, and how do you feel about him moving forward as far as what he needs to do to clean stuff up?
Yeah, that was super careless. The one was actually not terrible. That was the second interception, but the pick 6 was right to the guy. There was no pressure into his face. It was just like, golly, it was just bad decision making. Now I'm happy that he bounced back and made some really big throws in the second half for sure. And like I said, he made it happen. So I was very impressed by that. But those type of throws, you just have to, you can't be making those kind of decisions when it comes to the playoffs. And we face the Ravens in the playoffs, right? Yeah. If Buffalo sneaks in, I doubt they will. But if we get one, the Kansas City Chiefs,
there's going to be a team in that 7 seed that just is not good as far as the record is concerned. But if they get in, anybody, it goes back to whatever. But here's will if the Dolphins are good as far as the playoffs are concerned. Last few years, we all see the wild card weekend, and we know that for the most part, 80% of the time, the teams that win in wild card weekend should handedly beat those wild card teams. And if that happens, the Dolphins are right where they need to be. If they handedly beat whoever they play in that first game, they'll be fine. Let me ask you about the injury to Jalen Phillips, man. That's a tough injury. What are your thoughts about the injury? And what are your thoughts about the field, man?
And I hate that damn field. As it is cursed ground, my friend. It is very cursed ground. It's one of those things where this isn't the first time a very nasty injury has happened on that field, right? Also Jalen Phillips, yes, we have depth, right? There's gonna be another guy who's a baller who's gonna come in there. But it's Jalen Phillips, man, and he can't be replaced, man. I mean, I'm hoping we go after like a Darius Leonard or some pretty decent edge rusher that's still out there who can, this is what good teams do. You know what I mean? Charles Woodson, when he won his Super Bowl for the Packers, he wasn't in that game. And he was a huge anchor for that defense many years ago for Green Bay. I just use that as an example. But we could still win a Super Bowl, right? The hope is not over. But man, him and Chubb were just heating up, man. Like they were pinching in, and we even saw Raekwon Davis get a sack just off the work that Phillips and Chubb were taking and doing, right? So I'm very heartbroken, man, because he's probably like my top 2 favorite defensive player on that whole team, man. So I know he's gonna come back strong. Hopefully he gets with Aaron Rodgers and
Aaron was trying to reach out to him after the game. He might,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, it sucks that it happened when it happened because maybe if he got with him in time, maybe we could have him back for that Super Bowl run. But nonetheless, it does suck. But I agree. I think that I think that when it comes down to it, the Dolphins are going to be fine with Emmanuel Ogbah. We're on pace to break our single season sack record as a defense. Totally.
I love it. And Emmanuel Ogbah, for those who don't know, before he got the bag from Miami, he was just a vicious edge rusher. Probably not to the level of what Phillips is recently was, but a very good edge rusher. But then he has some injury issues, but I'm confident.
I think he can be very productive still in this defense. And Bradley Chubb's going to get a chance to shine too, right? So
yes,
and he has been showing out, Bradley Chubb in under Vic Fangio, which is when the last time he was really good was under Vic Fangio.
Hey, can I add something real quick, Steven?
Yeah.
Real quick. I mean, at the beginning of the year, you and I were talking, right, about Vic Fangio, and he did not do a good job preparing for the Chargers game, like at all. They ran up and down, but I think that was more of him warming up to the players and getting used to it, kind of thing. If I could choose an excuse, right? However, he is in full swing, man. I mean, we're getting sacks, we're getting more interceptions. I mean, I'm loving what Vic is doing, man. He's probably between an offensive line coach and Vic Fangio, those two are probably the 2 biggest acquisitions that we have in this past offseason.
Dude, it's so good to see what he can do and what he can possibly be. And I'm excited to see the future of them. All right, let's look at the next 3 games, and then we'll go to the last 3 games. What do you see? What do you think about the next 3? What do you think about the Commanders game this weekend in DC?
Oh yeah, that should be a handover win. I think Sam Howell is actually pretty good, man. I know a lot of people feel otherwise. He's gonna pick up. He's gonna make some good throws on us, man. I liked him in North Carolina, and but that team, it's just very old school coaching. There seems to be a clash between the offensive coordinator and the head coach, Ron Rivera. But it's weird because they have one of the better wide receiver rooms, right? So I'm expecting them to make some good plays. Their running game does not scare me. And then their D-line, they got rid of their 2 best defensive players. On the whole team, they're gone, right? Young is gone, and Montez Sweat is also gone, right? So they've shown that, hey, they're pretty much going to tank the rest of the games. Again, any given Sunday, however, you know what I mean? What I felt about Boyle is not what I feel about Howell. I think Howell was actually pretty
Howell's legit. I think Howell's legit, by the way.
I do too, man. I'm a Howell fan.
I was very surprised that Washington were sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
with new ownership and knowing what they could be. I was like, why are y'all trading him? Those 2 guys, because y'all got a legit quarterback. You just need some other pieces. Like, I just think they're trying to get Ron Rivera out the door personally and just start from scratch all over again. But neither here or there. The next thing is the next 3 games are obviously against Washington, Tennessee, and the Jets again. Dolphins go 3-0 in my opinion, but after that comes the real test: Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo again. And even with Buffalo with a bad year, they have our number, so it's still going to be a test.
Yeah.
My question to you is this: what do you need to see out of the next 3 weeks to make you feel confident about Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo?
Yeah, Tua definitely needs to be careful with the turnovers, but this is not all on Tua. I love Tyreek Hill. He's my favorite receiver in the whole NFL. We've seen some drop passes. He played through that foot injury that I saw. He had a kind of a nasty, it was like a shoelace tackle, and his foot just bent very awkwardly, right? That was awkward, man. But yeah, I definitely want to see us diversify in our receivers. Obviously, Tyreek is going to be open a lot of times. So you want to get it to the guy who's open. But I want to see Wilson get in the game. I want to see Jalen Waddle get more receptions. I want to take and see our tight end get more balls. Because what I don't want us to be, and I don't know if you remember this, man, was it 3 years ago? I think it was the AFC Championship. The Titans, their whole game plan was Derrick Henry. I do not want our whole game plan to take and be Tyreek Hill. I don't. You know,
I don't think that it is. I mean, to be perfectly fair, I mean, look at what the numbers Raheem Mostert is putting up.
that's true.
Um,
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't think that it is, but I understand why people might think that, right?
Right.
But you know, you got. By the way, I was wrong earlier in what I said about the rushing that for the Jets. It was 2 100-yard receivers against the Jets. Was the first time
Oh,
in
gotcha.
like ridiculous amount of time. With
Yeah.
that being said, Jalen has been pretty good, or Jalen Waddle has
Yeah.
been really good the last few games.
Yeah.
As far as production value is concerned. You got River Craycraft, who's been getting more snaps, and you go look at some of the plays that were made on Sunday. My man was a big part of the blocking.
Jump ball is crazy too.
Yeah, and so I think River Craycraft is going to be really big moving. Look, everything. The Dolphins have literally everything they need to do to win football games. Their Achilles heel, in my opinion, is punter and kicker. But with that being said, it should never come down to a punt or a kick on how to win games with how good this offense can be and how great this defense has been playing over the last few games.
If I can add something too, man, once we get to the playoffs, man, and you and I were talking about this on my show a few weeks back. Definitely, I see us getting the first seed. I could see us winning the rest of the games, but if that happens, it'll be a nice. I think it'll be a good week.
We need Kansas City to lose 2 more, and that's going to be tough because the schedule for them doesn't dictate that, right?
That's true. That's true. Our fans are going to have to come up big for us, man.
If we're honest with ourselves as a fan base, like yesterday, right? Yesterday, it would. I forget the game. It doesn't matter. Next week, though, or not this coming up, but the one after, when Buffalo plays Kansas City.
Yeah.
It actually, I mean, look, from a standpoint of clinching the division sooner, yes, Buffalo losing would be great. And I hate Buffalo, and I'm going to root for them to lose.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest with myself as a fan, it makes more sense for me to root for Buffalo against Kansas City because we need Kansas City to lose 2 games. And you go look at their schedule, there's not a lot of teams that can beat them that's left on their schedule. So I feel like in a catch-22 for that Buffalo Kansas City game in 2 weeks because I'm like, I guess whatever the outcome is, as long as it's not a tie, I'm good with. Because if Buffalo loses, great. We get a chance to clinch the division before Christmas Eve. If Buffalo wins, great. That's 1 more loss. And now we just need to hope for 1 more loss in Miami. Miami controls their own destiny as far as the 2 seed is concerned. To get to the 1 seed, we need Kansas City to lose twice.
Okay. I see. I read some online. There's probably some fake news or something like that. But it's
fake news.
Dang fake news. But yeah, man, it's crazy. When the playoffs happen, though, man, I need our fans just to get loud, man, to overwhelm. I want us to get all home games up until the Super Bowl, man. You know what I mean? And that'll be.
I would love to see a home playoff game in Miami.
Oh, man, that would be awesome.
Can you imagine that?
I'll probably fly out, bro. I'll keep it real with you. I'll probably fly out from San Antonio.
Hey, we gonna be there together, cuz.
Hey,
we gonna be there together.
You already know, bro. We'll link up, man. I'll put in the budget. I say tell my wife, like,
look here, baby. Baby, I know we got bills and everything. This is a home playoff. So real
AT&T they can wait.
Right. The Dolphins, when they played Pittsburgh a few years back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was like, honey, just so you know, I'm going to the game. Like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about this. Like, I'm going. Okay. And so Solo flew up from Miami to BWI to Baltimore because I was living in Maryland at the time. Yeah. And we got to rent a car. Me, Ali, who's the hype man for Solo, his significant other at the time, and some of his family. And we got into a huge SUV and drove from Baltimore to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And did not have tickets for the game. And so we waited till the last second. And as we're walking in, we got a scalper to get we bought tickets from a scalper because that was still a thing at that time.
Scalper, is that like someone on the side of the road, or
that's someone outside the stadium that's selling tickets?
Okay, I got you.
And we got him. So we were like, well, what do you got? He's like, well, I got tickets 11 rows from the end zone. We're like, oh, that's going to be expensive. He's like, I'll give it to you for $50 a pop.
Wait, what?
I said, why so cheap? He said, quote, Steeler fans don't care about wild card games. And that hurt
Man,
my soul,
son.
dude. That hurt my soul when I heard that. I was like, Steeler fans don't care about wild card games. That's nothing to them.
That's so arrogant.
I'm here talking about I'm not missing this. I should
Yeah.
have, though. I should have.
Yeah. No, I feel it,
Bad.
man,
It
dude.
was
That
negative
game was
11
nuts.
degrees at kickoff, and we got killed. But
That was
I
frustrating.
still only paid $50 for a ticket, sit 11 rows from the end zone.
And I remember that year we held Antonio Brown for under 40 yards. I remember that, and I'm like, man, we're gonna. But we were riddled with injuries. We had tons of injuries. We had a guy
Tyler Thigpen took snaps in that game, bro. Tyler Thigpen took snaps in that game. Just a reminder. Okay,
killing me.
So that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like,
Yeah.
I know you got to get out of here. My last thing for you is, why can Dolphins fans not enjoy this?
Oh man,
why are they having a difficult time grasping, enjoying where we're at right here?
It's almost like if you're in an abusive relationship and you finally have a nice guy or girl who comes along and they're like, wow, they treat me good. Wow, they got me flowers. Wow, this is weird. And it's tough for them to enjoy the relationship because of all the crap they've been through in the past. That's how I feel with Miami. There's a little part of me, maybe 2% of me, that I have the little intrusive thoughts, right? Where I'm like, this is too good to be true.
When are they going to blow this? What's going to happen?
Something's going to happen. This is going to be a coach who does coke. Something's going to happen.
Where's the Chris Forrester at? I get that from Dolphins fans because if I'm honest with myself, the 2% does creep in where that happens.
Yeah.
But where I'm at right now, I'm like, man, we got essentially a 3-game lead in the division.
Yeah.
It's not even December 1st yet.
Yeah.
And we got our next 3 games are all like we should
walk, man.
Like it should be, right? So by the time we get to Christmas Eve, we should be 11-3.
Yeah.
And let me just throw this out for you, Doug. If I had told you, and I said this earlier on the show, I'm going to say it again. If I had told you I said after Black Friday, the Dolphins are going to be 8-3, have a 3-game lead in the division. Tyreek's going to be on pace for 2,000 yards. Tua will not have missed a game, and Raheem Mostert's leading the league in touchdowns, and rushing yards. What would you say? Oh, and by the way, our defense is on pace to break the single season sack record.
I would say, hey man, set my alarm for 8:00. Wake me up. I'm dreaming.
You would have said, sign me up on where do I sign? Where do I sign for that?
I am on record. I am on a record with us having 12 wins, and that was 4 losses. I think. I'm on record with the 12 win season. I had a prediction video came out a few months ago, but I did not think the 2K. I did not think the sack stuff. I even Tua is in the MVP conversation still. Even with 2.
I think he is. I think he needs to have. Here's what he needs to do. 300 plus yards, minimum 2 touchdowns. But I would love if he gets 300 plus yards and 3 touchdowns, passing touchdowns in the next 3 games. He's at 22 touchdowns right now. That puts him over 30 touchdowns, and that'll put him at over 4,000 passing yards and 30 touchdowns going into Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I love it, man.
With 3 games left. And at that point, I mean, shoot.
Yeah.
Let's go for 5, baby.
And you know what's good when I live in San Antonio, Texas, for those who don't know. And my kids' school, they go to middle school, and they're like, yeah, Dad, there's all these bandwagon Dolphin fans. They weren't here when we lived here before. And I'm like, it's funny. Like, I see all these random Dolphin fans. I'm like, man, like, y'all. I see people with Dolphins jerseys when I go to the store, whereas I lived here during the COVID years, and
nobody. It was never there. Never. Yeah, I'll tell you a quick thing. So I live in Mississippi.
Yeah.
There ain't college football reigns here. Okay. You're either Ole Miss or Mississippi and Jackson State or Alcorn that's it. All right. And some Alabama fans mixed in. All right.
Yeah.
I asked my daughter, who's 7, I said, what do you want for Christmas? And she goes, well, I want a Tyreek Hill jersey and I want a Lionel Messi jersey. By the way, love it, right? Like it's like making my heart happy. But she goes, oh yeah, there are other kids at my school that are big Tyreek Hill fans. And when they see me wearing Dolphin stuff on Fridays, they're like, oh, I like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has this young generation by a chokehold, like Dan Marino did for us. I'm legit saying that. Like,
yeah,
it's that popular. Like, he's that popular to kids 15 and under. We watched the Amazon game. Ryan Fitzpatrick or Tony Gonzalez's son is a huge Tyreek Hill fan.
Yeah,
huge.
Yeah,
right. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, and you go look at Ryan's Fitzpatrick kid. A couple of his kids were big Dolphins fans.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill has helped the young generation come to the Dolphins, and I'm here for it. Sign me up.
Bandwagon away.
Bandwagon away. I'm here. Hey. There's plenty of seats on the bandwagon.
This is Noah's Ark. We got room for all the animals. Come on over.
Hey, tell the people where they can find your podcast and everything, man.
Yeah, Stephen Daniels, man, you and I have been working together for years. I just want to say thank you for being so generous, man.
You're my brother, man.
If in the event all the microphones blew up in the world and there was never a podcast again, you still got a friend in me, man. So I'm very, very blessed to be friends with you.
Right, I just want to play that Toy Story song right now.
You got a friend in me.
Go ahead. Tell the people.
Oh no, you good, man. So my show, it's on YouTube. It's called The Touchdown with Doug Smith on YouTube. I'm just now starting one of the best NFL draft prospect series on the internet. We just had the quarterback from UTSA on the show. He's broken all the school records. Probably be a solid day 3 pick in this upcoming year's draft. And then I'll probably have anywhere between 30 to 40 more prospects approximately on the show between now and draft time. It's going to pick up more.
I'm telling y'all right now, you want the best draft content.
Thank you, man.
Touchdown with Doug Smith is the way to go. You go look at some of his content from last year. Absolutely fire. Just great stuff. Great stuff, man.
Thank you.
You're the best at draft. Yeah, I'm serious, man. You got that on lock. So keep doing your thing.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. The community's starting to grow pretty good too and stuff. And and it's a good mix, man. So obviously I'll have some of the big stars, like we've had the N'Kobe Deans on the show. We've had the Hassan Haskins and stuff. However, there's also small school guys who also take and make it. People need to know about Nick Jones and the 7th round draft pick who's on the Chiefs now. People need to know about Andre Yosivas, who's already catching touchdowns from Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow was healthy. And these are guys from like Princeton. These are guys from like Ball State who are going to make it in the league. So I try to be non-biased. I have some HBCU guys. Every now and then I'll feature 1 or 2 Division II guys. And then I have some really big school, big names too. This year is going to be a lot of big names. We got people from the Gators, Alabama coming on, Georgia. I'm getting some stuff lined up for the next 4 or 5 months until the draft. So
I just dropped the link for your channel in the chat. So everybody's got the link to your channel. Go subscribe right now to his channel. He's got a little over 3,000. Congratulations on 3,000 subscribers. I saw that, my guy. Let's go. Let's get you to 4K now. Let's get you to 4,000.
Hey, it looks better than 3K is 4K, man.
4K. So I got you. I ain't mad.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's a lot of fun, man. I do some film breakdown on my YouTube shorts, just kind of bringing a nice audience. And I have I have a super boutique podcast. So outside of the draft stuff, I may have a random Colorado Buffaloes video. I'll have the random Dolphins video. But my favorite team, and one of my favorite reasons outside of hanging out with beautiful Stephen Daniels, is to talk Miami Dolphins football.
Miami Dolphins.
I'm loyal to soil. Look, man, I remember when I moved to San Diego in the 90s. I got
Level 2 noobs that I subbed and then unsubbed. Nobody tells me what to do.
Level 2 noobs, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Level 2 noobs the guy. You'll like him.
Quick story, man.
Back in the 90s, subscribe. Like it.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all. Back in the 90s, I had some Chargers fans try to jump me when I lived in San Diego. I was in 4th grade. I was rocking my Dan Marino jersey, and it was a ginger, the interesting people. He tried to take and jump me. He tried to jump me. He said, hey there, F word. I won't repeat it. He said, hey there, F word. Take off that mother effing jersey. And I gave him the 2-bird salute. I said, no, I'm a Dolphins fan. I love Dan Marino. And this thing had been washed like 79 times. This thing had like the numbers peeling. It was not stitched.
It was not. It had been worn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Battle tested, man. So they tried to jump me, and they got like a part of my jersey. I was like, get off me! I was. Dude, so fins up, baby. Fins up for life. Not all my content is Dolphins.
Touchdown, stuff. Doug said he out here taking butt whoopings for this team. Okay, literal butt whoopings. All right. Let's be real.
I had a girlfriend break up with me in middle school. We'd only been dating for like 13 hours, bro. I only liked her because
I
she
love
liked
those
me.
middle school relationships. They're always the best. I love it.
Dude,
13 hours.
she said I had an ugly jacket and walked away. I still wore my jacket all the time,
Be like,
baby.
hold up. We've been together 13 hours. What you not gonna do is talk about this team or this jacket. That's what you not gonna do 13 hours in. No, not gonna do it.
My wife
not
is
gonna do it.
My wife is a Saints fan, try to raise my kids as Dolphin fans. I said, try to raise my kids as Saints fans. I said, no, we're not bringing that in this house. I got love for the Saints. Y'all are some cool fans. But no, it's fins up around here. So my kids got Dolphin swag.
My kids knew the Dolphins fight song before their ABCs. What about your kids, huh?
Oh,
huh, Doug? My kids knew the Dolphin fight song before they knew their ABCs. That's where my priorities were. Okay.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it. But no, it's fins up, man. I love y'all so much. And if you get a chance, check out my channel. It's a lot of fun. Usually drop a few videos a week. And again, I'm just now starting my draft series. So as we get into December, January, more NFL draft content. And I have something coming out too with Devon Jackson. He is one of the top pro scouts in the nation. He's been on my show for the last 3 years. So I bring on experts as well for the draft. And it's a lot of fun, man. Y'all stay tuned.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doug Smith. Love you, brother. Be good.
Appreciate you, man. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much.
Love it. Love it, man. I love it, man. Chef Zhu, tell the people, Chef. Tell him, Chef. Tell him, Chef.
Yeah, y'all need to subscribe to that dude, man. I've been following him since day one, since he even started the channel. That dude gets some great content. Y'all gotta listen to him, man.
Dude, he is awesome. We need to get a light in front of the camera so that we can see you better. You need to turn around so that way the light from the window. Yeah, we need to see your face, Chef Zhu. We can't see your face, man.
The only way they're gonna see my face, they gotta be at the games.
Gotta be at the games. We're not gonna see me. Nope. All right, Chef. We were talking about you were in the I apologize for interrupting you. I just wanted to bring Doug on.
No, you good.
And by the way, I still got Jason Sarney coming on, and hopefully Lewis is going to come on too, because I want to get there.
They're not up yet?
No, they're not up yet because they're both losers, both those guys.
God, dog.
No, I love them both. I'm just playing. I love them both. Okay,
I know.
Both of you. Yeah, man. So where you at?
We were talking about the tour in the offense.
Go ahead. Keep on cooking.
No, what I was saying, I just thought of it too. If he could just work on, because I was talking to somebody in the comment section, if they could just work on those things with him reading certain ways what the defense is throwing at him, Tua can eventually put a bunch of yards, man. Like, he could have had 300 and some yards if he did not throw that pick six. I said that was a bonehead decision because I think he was trying to force it. Who it was, Tyreek or somebody, and dude just read it and took it back to the house.
But that offense is predicated on making throws like that, and they work most of the time. So again, it comes with the territory.
And that's what you're gonna get sometimes. And I'm understanding it now. Because I'm like, he was doing so well the whole season, and then somewhere, I think it was the Chiefs game or the game before that, he just fell off a little bit. And he's still doing well. It's not like he's playing horrible football and stuff. He's doing the best he can to try to say, like he said, I watched the Hard Knocks show, he's gonna get better. So I feel like right now he's gonna get better. All he can do is improve and get better each day. And work on the mechanics of what he needs to do. Because if anybody's seen the episodes, you really get to see how it really is when they're in practices, how they really is during the game, getting prepared for the game.
They're legit practicing hard. Like they were going for in practice now. And I was like, I think that as far as Tua's concerned, this team is good. This team's going to go as far as he's able to take them. Let's not get twisted. Like, quarterback plays that big of a role, but defense wins championships. And I understand we live in a different league now and things are a little bit crazy, but if you can't stop somebody I mean, the perfect and the prime example, honestly, is the Chargers Dolphins game in week 1, right?
Mhm.
Dolphins Chargers game in week
Right.
1. We won, what was it, 36-34, something like that. And the reason we
Yeah.
ended up winning that game, yes, we put up the 36 points, but we also had a defensive stop in the fourth quarter. And if your defense cannot
That's-
stop somebody, you cannot win a championship. And as far as I'm concerned, looking at the Dolphins right now, Chef, the defense can stop anybody. I'm not nervous about playing Dallas. I'm not nervous playing Lamar Jackson, especially the game I saw last night with the Ravens and the Chargers. I'm not
Yes,
scared.
I saw that too.
I'm not scared of
Man.
Baltimore. Is Lamar good? Yes, Lamar's having an MVP type season. I'm not knocking him. I'm just telling you right now, like the Dolphins, when it's all said and done, like they can put up as many points as they need to against anybody, and the defense can stop anybody.
I agree. As a defensive guy, I agree. And because a lot of people was freaking out. Remember, Stephen, people was freaking out. They wanted Fangio gone because, the defense is not this and that. Guys, it takes time. You can't just rush stuff. Just like when it comes to baking, you can't rush it. You have to give it time to cook. Gotta give it time to get the ingredients to blend in and everything. It takes time and patience for that defense. And look where it's at now. We can keep up with anybody. I mean, it sucks that we lost Phillips, and it's gonna, like y'all was talking about earlier. I was telling someone earlier that AVG and Alba, these guys gonna have some big shoes to fill, because now that Phillips is out, y'all gonna have to bring the pass rush, and I feel like this defense is gonna really carry us.
Oh, well, look, so Sam Howell has been sacked 55 times this year, most in the NFL. Sam Howell, quarterback of the Washington Commanders, has been sacked 55 times this year, leads the league. I promise you all on everything, the Dolphins are going to
feast.
They're going to feast. They're going to get 5+ sacks. And I'm calling it right now. The Dolphins get a touchdown on the defense this week.
Why we can't get 10, Stephen?
But they
we got 7 last game.
They getting at least a touchdown. So that's kind of how I think the defense is going to be fire this weekend, and I'm here for it. And I'm excited about it. What's your
he's gonna
go ahead.
He's gonna have a hard time because you got X and you got the secondary. You got that front seven gonna come at you. Nah, he gonna have time.
Jalen Ramsey,
and we seeing X and Ramsey on the same side. You see them trying to go more in the slot more than going on the outside now.
Well, I
because they're gonna try to challenge Kohu.
I think part. Well, and here's the thing: Kader Kahu, since Jalen Ramsey has been back, has been playing really good as well.
Yep.
I mean, you go look at our corners right now. Like, ain't nobody messing with us, bruh. They're not. And you go
fly zone.
For real. I'm not nervous about nobody. Nobody makes me nervous. Nobody.
No.
And that's a good feeling to have. And the only reason, I feel like a little nervous about, or not nervous, but the only reason why I'm not as confident for Buffalo in the last game of the year is because Buffalo could win 2 games all year and it would be against us. Like that, it's the division opponent. It's not, we're 10 times better than Buffalo. Let me just throw that out there. But divisional opponents always find a way to play you good. The Jets are the Jets right now, and they're just not good.
Right.
Already played the Patriots twice, so I ain't worried about them. So, look, if we go 5-1 in the division, come on now. Talk to
Steven, when the last time the Dolphins won a division?
2008.
Why? I have told someone why it feels like that right now, but just in a different way.
Like a long time ago. Like a long time ago.
It feels
well. To be fair, it's been almost 15. It's been almost 15 years.
And it just feels different. That's why I was like, people.
In 08, it was the Wildcat. right? And so that was a
Mhm.
gimmick. That was a gimmick. This is not a
So
gimmick.
Lou, so what we got now?
Say what?
Look what we look. So you said Wildcat, right?
Yeah.
You see that what that was doing. Now look what we got now with McDaniel.
Hey, look,
Look what we got now. It's something special, and I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too.
That's
All
how
right,
people look at. What you mean 2008? I know what I'm talking about.
I know you do.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to let you go here in a second, but
Mhm.
somebody wants to say hello to you before I let you go. Cameron.
All right.
What's up, Chef Jew?
Cam?
What's up, brother? How are you,
Just
man?
wanted to say hey to you.
How you doing, man? Hey, he had to pull us on the road just to come on. I mess with you, Cam.
All right, Chef. Love you, brother. Be good, Chef.
I'm out, y'all. Love y'all. Fins up.
Fins up. OG, triple OG, Chef Shoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron 954 is in the building. Cameron, are you coming to DC this weekend?
I am not coming to DC this weekend.
I feel some type of way.
But before we talk about that, for all of you who associate with me on my social media, whether it's Cameron954 or on Facebook, Cameron954, on Thanksgiving evening about 7:30, just as I was about to shovel in a piece of warm apple pie and some vanilla ice cream into my gut, I got hacked.
You got hacked, cuz.
I got hacked bad.
You got hacked real bad.
And it's
Facebook
still
and Instagram.
Facebook, and let me tell you something. I've had that Facebook account since Facebook was invented. Like,
how you get hacked, man?
It was, I don't know, bro.
What has been the process, by the way? You don't have access to any of them yet, right?
I don't have access to either one. Still, but thankfully, my East 32 Dolphins Tailgate and Sawgrass Barbecue, two separate Instagram accounts, are still active, so I'm good there.
Man. Have you talked to Instagram or Facebook? Have they said anything?
Oh, yeah. So my brother-in-law just happens to work for Meta, so he's on it.
Oh, my goodness. Man.
Dude,
I had people text me. They're like, hey, man, Cameron is hacked. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I think he knows that already.
Yeah, it sucks. It's brutal. And so, like, a lot of those pictures on Facebook and stuff, came from a laptop like 3 laptops ago that I can't get back, like.
Level 2 Noob says that explains the pictures I got. Figured those abs weren't yours.
I'll tell you what, it made me realize just how addictive and dependent I am on social media, and people are on social media. It's like I was at a loss there for a couple days. Like, first thing you do is get up and look at my feed, and it makes you realize just how much a part of your life that stuff is.
Well, just so you know, you're so cool that somebody wanted to hack your life.
That's bullshit too.
I love it. Hey, we can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. Say it again. Hello. Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Did somebody try to call you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them you're on the phone. You're on the phone, man.
I'm on YouTube live, but no, I'm not coming to Washington. My daughter got put into a swim meet this weekend, and so she's like 0.8 seconds away from qualifying for a national time. So she's got to swim Sunday.
Are we still looking at 2028 Olympics?
Man, we're looking one day at a time. But yeah, I mean, listen, she's 12 years old, so we got some time to think about that.
I just want you to know, I'm there. 2028 Olympics. We've already talked. My wife and I. We're going.
Los Angeles.
2028. Let's go.
Los Angeles.
All right. Hey, you want to stay on with me for a little bit, or are you just?
Yeah, I got 30 minutes.
All right. Well, let's bring on the next caller, John O'Hanlon. What's up, John?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, baby. What's up?
Good. I've been having trouble trying to get on live stream. I don't know what's going on with it, but I finally got it to go. So,
well, you're here now. You're with me, baby. What's up, Dan? How are you?
Yeah, I got Cam over there trying to sell me Stock
Bitcoin. Huh?
advice.
I know. I got that text too. Hey, you want to know how I made $1,000 last month?
Hashtag
And I'll tell you.
Bitcoin jam.
Cameron, you're the new crypto. You're the new crypto.
It's
okay?
been brutal, bro. It's been brutal.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, the first text, the first message that came in, I'm like, this is not Cam.
But you know what, John? You'd be surprised how many people have called me or text me, hey, bro, like, are you really into this, man? I'll send you some money. Like, are you serious, folks?
And that's how people get had.
100%. It sucks. It sucks, and it's a brutal reality, man. And I, you know what? Now that I think about it, Steven, I wouldn't put it past crypto. Where is that guy?
It was. Yeah, let's blame it on. You got hacked because of crypto. Let's put that narrative up there.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. All right, John, tell me, man, what'd you think about the game on Sunday?
On Friday?
On Friday. It's Friday,
Hey.
Sunday. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
We did what we had to do. We got the W. You know me. I'm always an optimist. I'm the guy that's, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see what goes on. All these people complaining about this play, that play. You're playing another NFL team. Mistakes are going to happen. They're going to make plays on defense. Our job is to make more plays on offense than they make on defense to put points on the board.
Simple as that. I don't care how ugly it is.
We can win 35-13. We can win 20-17. A W is a W. Make more plays than the other NFL team you are playing.
100% agree with that, man. A dub's a dub.
We're 8-3. We've had no 2-game losing streaks. We've had no 5-game losing streaks. We're not on the roller coaster ride we were last year. Win 3, lose 3, win 5, win. It's not happening. It's a steady team.
Yeah.
Mistakes are going to happen. We got blown out by Buffalo, but like I said to you last time, Stephen D., when you looked at the schedule, when the schedule came out, most optimistic people had us 8-3 right now, losing to Buffalo, Kansas City, and Philly.
We're exactly where most of us thought we would be.
We're right where we're supposed to be, and the good thing is Buffalo is not.
I'm about to say the only difference is we thought Buffalo would be here with us, and they're not. They're not at all.
And if you look at Buffalo's games, they should have 1, maybe 2 more losses if the refs would throw flags in the end zone and on the end of the games.
That's true.
And 2 points about that. I was thinking about this last night as I was watching that Buffalo game. We've been in that. We've the past 3 or 4 years we've been in the position Buffalo is in the terms of record. And figuring out how many games we have to win down the stretch just to make the playoffs or be considered for the playoffs. And now that we're 2.5 games above everybody else in the same division, we're in the driver's seat. It's a different feeling, right, John?
Absolutely. This is phenomenal. I mean, if you're a Dolphins fan, how is your heart not racing? Your pulse not up? You're feeling good. You got the tingles. This is amazing.
But there is a good portion of the fan base that is pessimistic about it, right? And they're
absolutely. But listen, I turned on the fan when I left the stadium on Friday, and you should have heard the stuff that was going on in the fan with Jets fans. They're ready to jump off bridges, hang themselves. They want everybody fired. They want the owner to sell the team. They're just going ballistic. The one girl that was doing the radio show said, our starting quarterback is, which eye do you want to gouge out, your left eye or your right eye? Because that's what the choices we have right now.
They're not wrong, though. They're not wrong. That's the other thing, too. It's so fun. I'm glad you said that because I feel like there are times we'll do a show on Victory Monday and we'll sound like that. And I'm like, we're winning.
I know.
We're winning. We're not losing. We're a winning football team and we're still complaining.
I'll tell you this, though. The Jets should not. I mean, even if Aaron Rodgers is ready to play,
he should not.
There's no way he should be touching the field this year.
I'll tell you, he wants to do it to prove a point. That's why he's going to do it. He wants
to prove what point?
It's personal with him. It's political and personal, and he wants.
Yeah, but you put your personal over the good of the team.
100 for Aaron Rodgers at this point. Hell yeah, he's going to do that. Yeah,
Okay, let's say he gets hurt again and blows the same Achilles out.
the Jets have the Jets. Okay, you're going to play 3 games for us, and at the end, okay, we'll let you do it. So be it. It'll put butts in the seats.
If I am running that franchise, there's no way I'll let him step foot on that field.
Nope,
Zero.
not at all.
You have any aspirations of being a winning team next year?
Okay, but from a NFLPA standpoint, can you do that? You can't. If he
Yes, you can.
If he,
Sure you can.
if
He's employed. He's an employee.
Oh well, all right. So they would have to put him on the active roster. If he's healthy, they'd have to put him on the active roster.
Okay, that doesn't mean you have to play him.
That's true. You could do that. You could do that. And you would be in your right mind to do it. But let me tell you something. We're talking about the Jets, Cameron. We're not talking about a regular team. Okay? Talking about
and then he blows his Achilles on again, same injury, and then he's out all of next year and getting paid $25 million to sit on the bench all next year.
Cameron, why has the NFLPA or the NFL not gotten involved about MetLife? Like it makes no sense to me with all those injuries.
So that's a sticky subject, as best as I can tell you right now. Like the NFLPA can only say so much. I mean, it's the ownership that has to do something, right?
Can't the NFLPA say, look, we're just not playing on this field until it gets changed?
They can't do that.
They can't. It's not in the laws of them to be able to do that.
You can't.
But if it's a safety, like a player safety concern, there's got to be a workaround to something like that.
There's no.
We don't feel safe playing on this field.
Listen,
nope, because you know what the NFL is going to say? You put 30 guys out there every week, only one got injured. Statistically, it's not that bad.
Pretty much, that's what they're going to say. All the players hate it. They understand, it's not the best surface, but it's a playable surface. And listen, until the Jets ownership or whoever owns MetLife Stadium does something.
Woody Johnson does. I think Woody Johnson does. I think that's part of his thing. They all want my man Gary Vaynerchuk, who I love.
No, Woody Johnson does not own MetLife.
He doesn't?
No,
he did.
No, New Jersey. I think the state of New Jersey does.
Yeah, because the Jets and Giants share that stadium.
100%. They lease that from the state or the county.
The Meadowlands, interesting. I thought Woody Johnson did.
No, because the Jets are actually the second team that's there.
Correct.
It was originally Giant Stadium, but MetLife, I believe, is funded by the state, so they own it. So they would have to make the choice of changing the field, and the problem is they say it's not cost effective.
Which is
like the state's not going to change that field because the state's broke as hell.
If I'm a Giants fan, I'm saying, how much does it cost if I'm a rich Giants fan?
The only recourse would be for the Jets and or the Giants to find a new home. And who knows what kind of stadium lease agreement they have? They might be locked into something.
I believe they're both locked in for 30 years.
Yeah, their hands are tied, man. Like obviously the NFL and the Players Association could strongly suggest that it's, changed and something done about the field. But until whoever owns that stadium does something about it, like it's not going to change.
I don't disagree with that. All right, let me ask you something. The next 3 games are against the Washington Commanders, the Tennessee Titans, and the New York Jets. Is there anything that that you both think that we can learn that will make you feel more confident going against Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Elaborate.
So I thought about this. I was thinking about this yesterday, and incrementally over the season, you can see this team improving and changing. Right, the team, come December, come January, that makes the most adjustments, learns from their mistakes, and stays the healthiest, generally has the most momentum going into the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. And this is on McDaniel and his coaching staff. Are they making the adjustments? Are they making the changes? I'm thinking this, in relation to the Dolphins and Devin Achane, he may be healthy, he may be ready to go, and you saw what he could do in the first 4 games of the season. So, they're slowly bringing him back to health because they know that what they have in him. So, you're implementing different offensive schemes. You're implementing different things each week, and not necessarily dictated by the defenses you're playing. We've seen that the Dolphins and McDaniel dictate what defenses play them, not the other way around. And so we've seen, and then the other side of the ball, you've seen Vic Fangio's defense get so much better week after week after week. Since that Denver game, I think this is the 4th ranked defense in points allowed in the NFL. And Jalen Ramsey being back and Xavier Howard, healthy makes a whale of a difference. And so as bad as it was, and before I turn over to John, but as bad as it is to see Jalen Phillips go down, you've got Van Ginkel and Agba. I mean, if we had to have an injury, it was to the deepest part of our roster.
You're not wrong.
And I think that you're not going to see much of a drop-off in our defense because Agba and Van Ginkel are more than capable.
John, what are your thoughts?
Totally agree with what Cam said. My big thing is everybody wants to complain about Tua's 2 picks on Friday. Both picks were to the far outside against the line on throws. They normally don't have him throwing. And I think it was just one of those things of, we know we're going to win this game. Let's run some plays we normally don't play, see how they work out. They didn't work. You're not going to see Tua throwing those sideline passes like that to 5 yards out to the sideline. He's going to be more over the middle, but they're trying not to be predictable. They're trying to figure out which plays are going to work, which aren't when they come to the playoffs so that they have better plays that they can run in a playoff game. You're not going to see Tua throwing those passes. Both picks were the same pass.
Agreed. Totally agree. And to further that point, and I think Tua mentioned this in the post-game press conference, is that this offense is predicated on timing, right? We all know that. And when the timing is off like a half step, and he wore it, he took responsibility for it. He didn't get the ball out in time where, the defensive back had that half a second to jump the route and make the pick. And so if Tua gets that ball out quicker to a more precise point, that's not a pick, or the chances of that being picked are a lot less. And so it's again, and we've seen Tua learn from his mistakes, and this offense and McDaniel learn from his mistakes and play calling. So to John's point, you may not see those type of throws in those types of situations. And you also have to give credit to the Jets defense. Reed and the other kid, they jumped those routes at perfect timing and made the plays.
Right. I mean, it's your regular season is to figure out what works, what doesn't. So when you get into playoffs, you know what you're going to do for the most part. Obviously, situations change, down and distance change, but this team, we got a little spoiled in the early part of the year, scoring so many points, and now people are bitching. We're not scoring 30. We're not scoring 40. Listen, you're not going to do that against every defense. It's just not possible.
And do you
He'll
think
put up 400 yards against the Raiders?
Do you think teams have played better defense against us because there's more film on us and how we're doing things? You still can't beat speed. It's not like we're going to get beat with it, but that I think is more the reason we haven't put up as many points, because I think teams are playing us the best that they can now because they just know this is the only way to play us. We're not going to get beat 70-20, but they're not going to kill us either. They're not going to embarrass us.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that, and I think part of it is McDaniel trying different packages, different throws, seeing what he can get on a Tua, seeing where Hill's going to break the route off when he sees something, or Waddle, or what Mostert's going to do against a 5-man front, a 7-man front. It's all, McDaniel goes back and rewatches these over and over and over and over, and he's got a list of things he's looking for. The guy's, seems to me like he's just brilliant. So he's going to run plays that we don't practice a lot, or that, they run a couple times in practice. Hey, let's see what happens in a game with this. And then he scratches it off the board. We're not going to use that. This one worked well. Last week against the Raiders, that one that Tyreek scored was the exact same play that Waddle scored on against New England, splitting 3 defenders. We know we're going to see that play again at some point.
it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens there. Cameron, and John, what do you guys got coming up? Anything you guys want to plug before I wrap up the show for the day?
No, wish I could be at Washington, but I can't, unfortunately. Steven, were you there this Friday?
No, man, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was not in the. It's the first MetLife takeover I've missed in like 5 years.
Yeah, I was looking for you. I wasn't sure. I did miss a couple of people. I didn't get to see Sean Livingston. I usually see him every year, but I didn't spend a lot of time at NYC. There was a lot of people over there. It was very crowded.
I heard there was a buttload of people. So just so you know, for the FedEx takeover, we have 360 plus RSVPs for the Saturday night meet and greet, which is wild. And we have we're getting close to 200 people for the tailgate, which I think is pretty good for an out-of-state tailgate and away game tailgate. But what they do at MetLife every year is bananas. And the fact that they were able to do it on Black Friday this year and have such the turnout that they had, shout out to Dolphins NYC. They did their thing, man. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you walk through the buses because I tailgate right across the street from them, and I walk through the buses and it opens up into their parking lot. I'm literally a 2-minute walk away from them. And I had Maria and her family up here. I had my oldest son with me, James, who you guys have met down there at Miami when he comes down. Had another kid from town that grew up with one of my boys. He was with us. And I had Matt and Steph from California came in and stayed at my house so they could go to the game. And they were just amazed at how many people were over there. They're like, this is just absolutely amazing with all this aqua and orange as soon as you walk through the buses. I'm like, yeah, this is what it's like every year. I believe this was their 10th year. So they've been doing it quite a while. They got things down pat. Solo actually jumped up on top of the bus and performed from up there, which I wish I had videoed Solo trying to get down from the bus.
I love it. I love it. I wish Solo was here to hear that. That's great.
Oh, you could see he was nervous as anything trying to get down back. Going up, he had no trouble. Coming down, he was nervous trying to get off the top of that U-Haul truck that they had there.
That's good stuff.
That is too funny, man. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. If you guys are watching and listening, you want to go to Washington, D.C. this weekend, we are doing the FedEx takeover. Saturday night, the meet and greet will be at the Admiral at 1 DuPont Circle. DJ Sick Turtle is going to be on the 1s and 2s. Solo D will be there performing. We're going to have a limited Miami Dolphin theme menu. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. We're going to have an autograph raffle. Sports memorabilia raffle. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be a great time. And like I said, we got close to 400 RSVPs. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a line out the door to get into this place. That's how big it's going to be. And then the FedEx takeover, the tailgate, all you can eat, all you can drink. We're going to have tailgate games, full service bar, live DJ, cigar lounge, and much more. All right. Just so you guys know how the tailgate works too in the takeover. Gates at FedEx Field open up at 9 a.m. for everybody. That includes people that are doing tailgate, not 8 a.m. like they do at Hard Rock. All right. So at 9 a.m., everybody's going to get in. The tailgate will officially start at 9:30. We got to give the guys about 20 to 30 minutes to set up everything. And the food will be served at 10 a.m. So just so everybody knows, tailgate starts officially at 9:30 and the food will be served by 10 a.m. Because nobody can get in until 9 a.m. And that's just how they work at FedEx Field. Little thing, we are going to have a bus going from the hotel where we're staying at, the Hampton Inn, D.C. White House. We still got spots left on the bus. It'll be departing on the dot at 8:30 on the dot. I got about 26 spots left on the bus. If y'all want to get on and get in, it's going to be, actually, I got like 5 people who just bought this morning. So I might have like 20 spots on the bus. Or 21. So, yeah, we should be good to go. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I wish you guys were coming. But we are doing Baltimore. If you guys want to come to Baltimore, New Year's Eve.
East 32 will be represented in Washington. I'll send you their contacts.
I'm excited about it. And if you guys are going to go to the game the following week, the Monday night game, Tennessee, I might be there. I'm not sure yet. But
Better be.
I might.
Well, they have till Wednesday to let us know if they're moving that game or not.
I'm waiting until Wednesday to see what happens.
Right. This Wednesday is the cutoff. If they're going to move that to a Sunday game, they have until Wednesday to do it. If it's not changed by this Wednesday, then it stays as the Monday night game.
Well, honestly, for me, my wife is leaving town Monday, and I am coming back on Monday. Or if I did, the game is on Monday, so I wouldn't be coming back till Tuesday. So I have to get a babysitter for overnight, and we're still kind of new to the area. We have somebody, but she won't let me know till this weekend. So that's kind of where we're at with it. So I'm just, I gotta be a parent first here, guys. Responsible adult. But that's where we're at. But yeah, that's about it.
Cam, did you run my shirt idea by your guy?
Yeah, we did. We talked about it this morning, actually. We loved it. So we're going to sit down Wednesday and try to mock up something.
Put it up on Facebook. Put a poll and say, hey, what does Fins Up mean to you?
I love it.
All right, don't be giving people any ideas. A lot of people watch this show.
Yeah, I'm here for Bitcoin advice anyway.
Cameron, I hope that your hacking gets resolved, because that sucks. John, I love you, brother. I love your
hey.
You still got trying to be like you when I grow up.
Keep combing it. Just keep combing it and stay straight.
Hey, for any of the locals here in South Florida that aren't going to the FedEx Takeover Washington, there's going to be a watch party, official watch party, hosted by Finn Sticky and Dolph Freaky, that I'll be at as well, at Vesa Brewery. Yep. Down in Wynwood in Miami. And so come join us, have a good time there. They've got a great menu and big screens available. So we'll have plenty of Dolphin stuff going on there.
Yep, it'll be a good time. Go check out Dolph Freaky and Finn Sticky if you're in South Florida and you're not going to the game. It's a free event, and the food and drinks there at Vesa are the best. So make sure you guys go check that out. That's in Wynwood. And you guys will have a good time. All right, John, Cameron, I appreciate you guys coming on. Love you guys. Be good.
Thanks for having me, brother. Love you guys. Fins up.
Good seeing you, John.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I enjoyed having everybody on today. It was a lot of fun. You guys are the best fans in the world. Today was a great show. A little over 2 hours today. Thank you so much for coming on, to the people that came on. Want to thank Touchdown with Doug Smith. You guys are great. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is supposed to be the drinking show with DJ Genesis. So just so y'all know, tomorrow's supposed to be the drinking show with DJ Genesis for his birthday that he celebrated this week. So yeah. So as long as he comes to it, we're doing it. So we just got to make sure he's still good from his party this weekend. I saw those pictures on Instagram, and I hit him up. I still haven't got a response yet, but we're just waiting to see. So tomorrow's supposed to be the drinking show, Hot Take Tuesday, DJ Genesis' birthday. You know how it works. Shots and beers. I hope y'all are going to be there for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hope he's going to be there. If he's not there, we're not doing it, but he should be there, so we should be good. All right. I love you all. You all the best fans in the world. Enjoy everything. Hey, I did a show last night with Dolphins Talk with Michael Vila of Dolphins Talk. Go check it out. It's a good 90-minute show. Go check out Dolphins Talk on YouTube. Download wherever you get downloads and podcasts. Michael Vila, Dolphins Talk. I was a special guest up there for about 90 minutes last night. It was a great show. Go check them out. I love you all. Peace.
This just a welcome, bro. Who that? To a time, to a time. Yeah. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. Yeah. To a time.